My whole entire goal is to try to get what is in people's brains out, like living and breathing in this world, and watching people just brainstorm and come alive with thoughts and ideas and dreams, and then being like, yeah, I want to help you do that, is, I mean, one of the coolest things. So my name is Will Conger. I am an up-and-coming guitar builder located in St. Charles, Missouri. I started doing this beginning of last year, about a year ago, and just kind of fell in love with it. Just like any other guitar player out there, I wanted a custom guitar, and I had done carpentry and built houses, which really has nothing to do with like fine woodworking or anything, but it just had made me think, oh, I can build a guitar. And so I had a friend from high school that I knew was into woodworking. When I hit him up, I was like, hey, you think we could build some guitars? And at first he was like, no, that's impossible. And I was like, all right, whatever. And so I just kept pushing into him, and eventually he was like, all right, let's plan it out. If you can plan it out, then we'll go for it. And it took a while, but at the end, it's now something that, this guitar is something I use on a weekly basis, playing at church or recording. And it's awesome. I fell in love with the idea of just building stuff with my hands, and I've always liked that, but I didn't want to build houses. I wanted to build small, intricate things that people can take with them and really make their own. So I started the business and started a few custom builds, and from there, that's kind of what I'm working with right now. So the company's name is Mallorie Hand-Built Guitars. The reason I picked that is, one day I was sitting around and it was like, Conger, hand-built guitars, it kind of just sounded super ugly to me. And so I jokingly said, like, oh, one day if I grow old, like, and I'm alone, like, I'll just sit in my parents' basement and build guitars and cry and name them after my wife. And the idea was just humorous at first, and then I was like, man, I should build every guitar like it's something for my wife. And that's kind of how the name came about. And so my goal is with anybody that I meet who thinks about wanting a guitar or has an idea up in their head, my whole entire goal is to try to get what is in people's brains out, like living and breathing in this world. So I start off, I go to a local hardwood store, and I just pick out my material. You're just looking for something that is just art. It's already art before you even take it to a saw or cut it out or anything. And so that's the first step. And then I have to come in here and I'll mill it all up, get them ready. I glue up the bodies, and I get the pieces cut out for the neck. And then so now I just have blocks of wood. And after that, there's just a lot of details that go into like pickup configurations, how people want their layout, what sort of bridges, what sort of trim systems, whatever somebody wants. There's different aspects that I use templates for and create those. And I'd say the overall build time right now is about 3 to 5 months is what I'm telling people. I'm still working a full-time job, and so right now I'm putting in 40 hours a week at a full-time job, and also 15 to 20 hours every week coming into a shop and building. "5 years from now, I would be thankful if my wife and I had a shop in our basement. I would love the ability to work from home and to be able to open up my home. What I do in my current shop is I love taking my customers in here and letting them be a part of the process. And so I'd love to have just an open door with my own home, even to build guitars out of. I think down the road, it could definitely be a full-time gig. It's just getting started. There's been a ton of upfront costs, and just tools cost a lot of money. And so I think 5 years from now, if I'm building out of my house full-time with enough income to support my family and my wife to be able to take care of our daughter, then I'll be good with that.